Here we are for part 2 of Back to the Basics with the Kettlebell Clean. Now in part 1, we went over the hinge-based swing, or the hinge-based swing to clean drill as I called it, to help people who are having difficulty making that transition and avoiding that nasty banging to happen on the forearm. Today we're going to focus more on a pendulum-based swing. Now very quickly, the difference between both major classifications of swing types, a more Russian or hinge-based clean involves the lower body mechanics, where we hinge back from the hips, we drive the hips forward, bring the elbow back, clean to the chest. Now the pendulum, the swing technique that we're going to focus on today, uses the mechanics where we do more of a scooping pattern. So we scoop back, and then we scoop up, bringing the kettlebell at chest level. Now the differences are important to note because when we're using more of a pendulum-based clean, we're actually using the mechanics of the movement to redirect the kettlebell to chest level. And what I mean by that is, when we incorporate the scooping pattern, if you notice when we did the Russian swing, the main direction the kettlebell was trying to go was in the forward direction. On this type of clean, when we swing the hips back and up, and then when we drop them down forward and up, notice that if I was doing more or less like a vertical jump, right? If I'm doing a vertical jump, I swing the arms back, there's a little bit of forward migration of the knee, and then boom, I catapult in the forward or upward direction. Same idea applies to the pendulum-based swing. So we scoop back, and then now what are we doing? We're scooping down, and we're using more of a vertical trajectory. So we can redirect the bell just by using these mechanics. And now to bring the kettlebell into chest level, we're already starting at an advantage because the body and bell are starting to go up. Then all I have to do is just guide the kettlebell up safely to the chest. Now, to practice this technique, the drill we're going to focus on is the assisted clean, or it's the opposite arm assisting the clean. You can use the same exact drill, and essentially it would be like the next step in our part 1. If you were doing the Russian clean, you could still use this very same drill, but I wanted to keep them separate to give you even more value for these contents. So with the pendulum-based clean or the assisted clean, what we're going to do is we're going to use the more competition type bell. The only reason I'm using a competition type bell is because this is the classic bell that I tend to see when people are performing more of a pendulum-based type of mechanics. But this same type of mechanics you should be able to use with a cast iron bell. Should have no problem transferring technique, but I just want to show it on this because that's usually the most common way that people are using this technique with this kettlebell. Now in terms of the hand position, I'm going to also, just like I did on part 1, I'm going to focus on a thumbs up position, but you can do this, you can even do the thumb angled back slightly. Either one's going to be comfortable. You just need to try it, see what feels most natural, see what allows you to enter in that clean technique with the least amount of banging and the tightest technical components to it. So we're here, the thumb is up. Now from here, I'll do a few swings first just so you can see the mechanics. So I'm scooping, right? I'm still keeping the kettlebell pretty low, but then once I'm ready to perform the assisted clean, at the top of the swing, I catch with the free hand. After I catch with the free hand, I glide the kettlebell close to the body into the rack position. Then I can release the hand and I let it fall naturally as I go back into the swing. Now I can catch and down. I catch, nice and soft, and then I guide the kettlebell into the rack position. Now a few repetitions, nice and easy. I'll do this at game speed. So there is a timing component. You have to time when the hand catches. But just notice, when I catch that kettlebell, I'm already guiding it up and back. So I catch and I pull it back, guiding the kettlebell into the rack position. And the ideal rack position is when that kettlebell handle sits nice and deep at about a 45-degree angle into the heel of that palm, to which I can pretty much wiggle my fingers. So it's a really nice drill that you can use to set the kettlebell nice and safely in that position, because what you don't want to have happen is you don't want to clean with this type of grip. This is going to pre-fatigue the forearm flexors, and this is an unstable position for you to be in when you do any type of overhead movement. This type of neutral wrist position is exactly where you want to be, and this will carry over no matter what bell you use. So that's your drill. to help alleviate any banging on the pendulum technique, but you can carry it through on the Russian technique, and it's the assisted clean. I want you guys to give that a try, see how it improves your clean mechanics, and I hope you guys stay tuned for the next episode. Have a great day.